past me. And I'm not gonna stop till I get I live my life in the fast lane until I crash, man.
All units, aerial surveillance advises suspects are fleeing west of Temple with a van full of stolen goods.
Robbery homicide unit 2 responding. We are in pursuit.
Copy that.
Let's roll. We are in pursuit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, wait, you need some music help get you in the game? I got you. Here we go. Let's go. Bam. Yeah, let's go. Let's go, baby. Woo! Yeah.
I am in the game. A good pursuit, Travis. A good pursuit requires some thought.
Oh, a good pursuit requires balls. Requires balls. All right, come on. You got a beat sound system. You can only get it in this car. Let's go. All you listen to is jazz. Let's go. Come on. Yeah. And like that.
Jazz promotes concentration and analysis. If you'd analyze the situation, you'd realize that these guys are going west on Temple, which means they're probably headed for the 101, right? But, of course, the entrance to the 101 is closed for construction. Do-do-do. Which means we can just wait.
You ever get tired of being you?
Occasionally. Often, actually. Somebody's got to do it. LAPD! Put your hands out of the car! Get them out!
Maserati dream, Lamborghini schemes. Maserati dream, Lamborghini schemes.
Dad, I'm a woman now, and I'm capable of making my own decisions. And I've decided to marry Owen. And I don't know why you won't accept that.
But you are incapable of making an adult decision. I mean, Owen is irresponsible. He's lazy. He's a good time Charlie. And that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. He's not husband material.
Hey. Dakota and I love each other.
Owen, you don't know what love is. And furthermore, I can't keep doing this. Can't keep doing this. We've been doing these weird role-playing exercises for the last 3 sessions, and by my count, this is the 3rd time someone's asked me to play the cold, withholding father. And meanwhile, Travis here gets cast as the cool, romantic, love interest.
Does it bother you that the group sees you as an authority figure?
No, it bothers me that this group has such a problem with authority. Okay, look, I just don't... I don't know her father. I've never met him. How am I supposed to portray him? What's the point?
It's a fair question. In a sense, you've all been studying for the last 3 weeks, preparing to take on the role of a lifetime, your partner. This week, I want you all to try switching places with each other, as it were, because by becoming them, we can start to understand them better, and ourselves. All right, enough talk. I'd like you to stand up and switch chairs with your partners.
This is stupid.
Yeah. Wow. He's good. That's spot on.
What are you talking about?
He's being you.
I know he's being me, but that's not me.
That sure looks like you.
I don't sit like that.
Wes, I invite you to respond as Travis.
I don't care what these good time Charlie people have to say. I don't care what any of you all have to say. This is stupid.
Okay, all right. I don't talk like that. I don't talk to people that way, and I don't sound like that.
Like that.
That. I don't talk like that. Can we take a time out?
911, what's your emergency? I've been attacked. Please help me. He forced his way in. He kept hitting me.
Are you safe now? Is your attacker there?
I don't know. His name's Kevin Boyd.
Ma'am, are you still there?
What are you doing?
Are you still there?
Help me! Please help me!
I need your address. Please, ma'am, tell me where you are. Ma'am? Ma'am?
I think this role-playing exercise is gonna be good for us.
Unlikely, since I have no plan of doing it.
That's the beautiful thing. You don't have to do anything. I'm gonna show you what it's like to work with you.
Oh, you're gonna be professional, disciplined, and on point.
Huh.
I find that highly unlikely.
There you go. You cast yourself in the role of the enforcer of the world's standards. I think you mean well. You just don't realize you're coming off like a dick. Who put this tape here? Field manual clearly states to establish a perimeter 10 yards from the crime scene. See? They resent you.
It's not me. Besides, it's 7 yards, guys.
Sobering mirror, my friend. Sobering mirror.
Congratulations, guys. You just caught the world's easiest clearance.
What makes you say that?
Woman named Beth Boyd owns this place. Someone broke in here last night, tied her up and tuned her up, and then they strangled her.
Why does that make this the world's easiest clearance?
She managed to place a 911 call before she died. She gave us the name of her attacker, a guy named Kevin Boyd, her husband. We've already got EPBs out for him. I mean, things must have really gone bad between these two. Have I thought about visiting harm upon my ex? Yeah, sure, but...
That'll be all, officer. And, make sure you pay for that cupcake.
I already did. But thank you for checking. Dick?
Oh, my God.
Who is it?
That's the victim's stepsister. We called her down here to identify the body.
Yes, that's her. That's my sister.
I'm extremely sorry for your loss, man. But if you're up for it, I need to ask you a couple questions. Beth made a 911 call before she died. She said your husband did this to her.
Kevin?
You don't seem very surprised.
I wish I were. Kevin and Beth were still married, but only because they couldn't settle on the terms of their divorce. Beth kind of hated Kevin, and he gave it back to her in spades. And they had to see each other every day.
Why?
He owns the place next door. Beth and Kevin bought this whole row of storefronts back when things were better. But when things went south, they couldn't decide how to split it all up, so they dug in. They've been in court for years.
You know where Kevin might be right now? Our officers can't find him at the address we have on file.
If he snapped and hurt Beth, I don't know. Maybe he's running.
Hey, Suzanne!
You son of a bitch!
Suzanne, what's going on?
Son of a bitch!
Hey,
Kevin Boyd?
yeah, what the hell's going on here?
So you can't remember where you were last night?
I drink sometimes, okay? It's not good, I know. But the divorce and the shop, there's just so much stress.
Come on.
Okay. I closed up my store. I walked 2 doors down to Northbrook for a whiskey. And that was, 7:30. I ordered another drink, and that's the last thing I remember. Okay, I woke up in Van Nuys behind the wheel of my car, and that was about 8 this morning.
Kevin, your wife called 911 at 12:13 a.m. last night. Your alibi leaves a rather large window of time unaccounted for.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't kill Beth, okay? I'm not an animal.
Yeah? Why'd your wife file a complaint for assault, Kevin?
That was 5 years ago, okay? I grabbed her too hard. It's all right, I was drinking that night.
You were drinking last night. Kevin, you and your wife were tied up in, what, like 5 different lawsuits? There was the divorce. She sued you for failing to maintain the greens outside your store, so you sued her for defamation.
Yeah,
she came back.
we hated each other, okay? I'm not denying it.
Kevin, that's enough. Officers, my client is going through a painful divorce, but that's not evidence that he committed any crime.
Yeah? How's this?
911, what's your emergency?
I've been attacked. Please help me. He forced his way in. He kept hitting me.
Are you safe now? Is your attacker there?
I don't know. His name's Kevin Boyd.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, that's definitely Beth's voice, but I don't think I'm that kind of man. Look, I'll cooperate however you need, okay? I'll give you DNA.
You don't have to agree to that.
I want to. If I did that, I deserve whatever I get.
I'll tell you what we'll do, Kevin. We'll take a sample here. We'll compare it to what we have at the crime scene.
Where's that on the back of your hand?
Well, looks like a mark from Red Lace. It's a burlesque club up on La Brea. I go there sometimes when I drink. I didn't have this yesterday. Look, maybe Beth was wrong. Maybe I was at this club last night.
So this guy doesn't know where he was last night, and he wants us to run down his alibi for him.
Well, I admit, Kevin looks guilty, but if he was at that strip club last night, he didn't kill Beth.
Wes, please. Red Lace is a burlesque show. Those women are dancers. Thought you had more respect for the arts.
Please. Taking your clothes off is not art. Oh, I see what you did there. You laid a little trap for me.
You keep lobbing him up, I keep slamming him home.
Stop, Blaze. I have been telling you not to slip your ballet moves into this routine. Look, you want art? Go rent yourself a place over on Franklin. Put on a show there.
Sorry, Ed.
I don't know, Ed. You look pretty good to me.
Can we talk?
You don't have to talk to them, Ed. They amended the city code. These guys are supposed to schedule their spot inspections now. You can sue them for harassment.
We're not code inspectors. We're LAPD homicide. You a lawyer?
Law student.
Is that so surprising?
No. No, it isn't so surprising, Miss
Destiny?
Miss Destiny. I know a thing or two about the law myself.
Here we go.
I speak lawyer. And isn't it true that the present code has been re-amended?
I'm positive. The judge that I clerk for had me pull the papers last week, and you are just digging yourself in deeper. I could make a case against you for tortfeasance with intent. You should know that the punitive damages for that can run the gamut.
You're going to pretend to be me. You better have the knowledge to back it up. Have you seen this gentleman in your club last night?
Oh yeah, that's Kevin. He's in here all the time.
Yeah, he was in here last night for a few hours. I remember because he was throwing down lots of tip money. Usually he's kind of cheap.
What time did he leave?
I saw him leave right as the curtain went up on the midnight show.
Beth Boyd placed that 911 call at 12:13.
Larchemont's about a mile from here, give or take. Kevin could have left the club and been at the store just in time.
Did Kevin say anything about where he was going?
Ed? Withholding information from a homicide investigation is obstruction of justice. Now, you wanna go to jail?
He said he wanted to keep his night going. He was spending so much money, so I referred him over to my friend's place. It's kind of a casino-type operation. They're kind of loose with the permits over there, not strictly, legal.
They're open for business.
They're about to be condemned.
You know, guys in my law firm used to love places like this. They're shabby on the outside, slick on the inside.
Yeah, just the opposite of the clientele.
All right. BMW's in.
Wait, hold on.
What?
It's the music. The interplay between the bass and the piano. Oh,
Tired of this?
it's exquisite.
You've been doing this for hours now.
Ba-doo-ba. Wait. Okay, here comes the bridge.
All right, enough of this. You think you're proving some kind of point to me? Do you want to know why I have to pay such attention to the rules, Travis? It's because I'm partnered with a maniac. You want to know what that's like? You want to know what that's like?
I'll show you.
Evening, sweetheart.
Sweetheart?
Look, my friend and I are feeling lucky tonight. We heard this was the place to be.
Nobody drives through there without a password.
Oh, password. Password is, hot tub. As in, you, me, Bubbles.
Go ahead.
Next time.
Kind of scary not knowing what your partner's gonna do next, isn't it? Excuse me! How you guys doing?
Okay, everybody looks very nice today. LAPD, back up. LAPD. Where you going? Where you going?
Look, my partner and I just have a few questions to ask you guys. You all better damn well answer them. Or
You go, girl.
Everybody here is gonna wake up in jail tomorrow.
got it? Yep, that's right. I just broke a glass for no apparent reason. Boom! All right. Listen up, douchebags. We need information, and you're all gonna give it to us, or each and every one of you is gonna take a ride downtown, and I think you know what I mean by downtown. You hear me, douchebags?
He said douchebags already.
Okay, here's what we want. We want to know if anyone has seen this guy here last night.
I recognize that guy. We got here at the same time.
And what time, perchance, was that?
Excuse me, sir.
What?
We have cameras on the door. If you want to take a look, you can see what time you got here. Just please don't break anything else.
Now, I never forget a face. So I don't want anybody here causing any trouble.
Trouble? Half of us are optometrists.
You zip it.
Thanks, huh?
Hun? He's a cowboy.
You're just jealous because I'm more you than you are.
Please.
Hey, look, we got what we came for, right? Kevin came here at 12:24 last night.
Last 911 call came in at 12:13. That leaves Kevin 11 minutes to kill his wife, drive here, and start gambling. Is that even possible?
If he had a helicopter. I'll tell you what. Kevin's bail hearing's tomorrow morning. If I was his defense attorney and I had that kind of timeline to work with, I could definitely get him out.
If he couldn't have done it, then why did Beth finger him for the call?
Maybe the killer had a mask on. Maybe she never saw his face and just assumed it was Kevin. Let me ask you this. Besides that phone call, does Kevin seem like a killer to you?
He practically cried when we played him the 911 tape and he volunteered his DNA. No, not really.
Maybe it's time we started figuring out who else once Beth did. You know what? This was fun. I think it was a valuable object lesson for you.
You just like pretending to be me. I'm the one teaching lessons here, and tomorrow, school's back in session, baby.
Wow. I guess I should commend you on diving into your homework.
Thank you.
Something tells me that the two of you have managed to turn this into a competition.
That's not commendable.
I think you look sharp, son. You really make that suit.
Oh, yes. Yes, you do. Yeah, you...
Last night, I played Travis to a T, might I add. And I guess this is his way of upping the ante.
You didn't play me. You played yourself. He just let out everything that he keeps all bottled up. It just all came out like a volcano.
You know what? This is actually a good thing.
It is?
Yes. I mean, right now you're just playing caricatures of each other, but if you stick with this, you will end up learning about each other, whether you want to or not.
We don't really do the learning.
Yeah, it's kind of an unwritten rule in our thing.
Yeah, well, that's why you're here.
You cleaned your desk. I don't get it. This should be making me happy.
You're not capable of happiness, but recognizing its absence is a good start. We're making progress.
Something's wrong with this picture. What's with the suit?
Role play week in therapy, Captain?
Role play week. I remember it. Not bad.
He's just wearing a suit, Cap.
Yeah, but I think it captures the essence of you. Mm-hmm. Take a look at this. That new girl down at Digital Forensics, she stopped by. She said you asked her to comb through Beth Boyd's hard drive. Now, Beth lodged a couple of harassment complaints against an ex-con named Kole. Battier already had a couple of aggravated assaults in his file. After his last stretch, he got a job delivering ingredients to that cupcake store every evening.
So the cupcake lady thought he was harassing her?
Well, she was emailing back and forth with a lawyer trying to get a restraining order against this Battier character. But she dropped it once the delivery company let him go.
Where's he working now?
It's all in there.
Sorry, guys. I don't get paid if I don't spin the sign. So, somebody killed the cupcake lady. It's terrible. I meant to stop back in there, after she had a cooling off period and say thanks.
Thanks? She got you fired. Dressed like a hot dog.
Yeah, this gig's the best thing that ever happened to me. I get to stand out in the sun, breathe the fresh air, meet people. Hey!
What's up, man? Can you tell us where you were at midnight on Tuesday?
Whoa. Sir.
Sir?
It's a term of respect. Is that a problem?
No. I usually just don't get sir.
I don't know. You just look distinguished.
Terrible.
All right, look, I was home, I live alone, I'm a felon on minimum wage, but I didn't kill that lady. Like I said, I was grateful to her. I get to put on this suit, and the old Carl kind of disappears, and I can become a different guy. You feel me?
Yes, we feel you. Excuse us. You know, I actually think he's telling the truth. Beth Boyd's forensic screen came back in. She had someone's skin under her fingernails. The DNA's a match for Kevin.
Kevin? So he killed Beth and got over that club in 11
minutes? It doesn't make any sense to me either. That's what the test says. Kevin's lawyer got him out on bail this morning.
He could be anywhere. We gotta get all hands on deck and try and track him down.
Yep.
All units, be on the lookout for Kevin Boyd. Last seen in the vicinity of 1277 Larchmont.
Kevin's holed up inside his wife's store?
Yeah, one of the guys saw him sneaking in through the back.
Anyone else gone in?
He told us he was going to blow the place if we got any closer.
Blow the place?
Yeah, he can't live knowing that he's a murderer. He gave us 20 minutes to evacuate the area.
Kevin's gonna commit suicide.
Kevin?
I told you people to stay out of here.
Kevin? You don't want to do this?
I absolutely do. And you don't want to be here for it, so get out! I killed Beth. I killed my wife.
Kevin, we don't know that for sure.
I got these scratch marks, and I don't know where I got them from, but my lawyer said they found my DNA under Beth's fingernails, so it kind of adds up, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. But Kevin, my partner and I, we don't agree on much.
We argue all the time.
It's kind of our thing. But we put a lot of murderers in jail, and neither one of us is convinced that you did it.
How can you say that? She named me in the phone call. Okay, my DNA was under her fingernails.
Kevin, the physical evidence is stacked against you, and that's why we gotta bring you in. But think about it. The timeline doesn't make any sense. You had 11 minutes to get from here to that casino?
I'm fine. Nobody could get over there that fast.
Seems hard to believe, right? And I'll tell you what else. You just don't seem like a killer to us, Kevin. Killers don't offer up their DNA. Killers don't give police 20 minutes to evacuate innocent people.
How did this happen?
We don't know. But if you didn't do it, your DNA had to get there somehow.
So you're saying I was set up?
Well, it's definitely possible. Think about it. You blacked out for a long time. Takes more than a few drinks to do that.
Wait. So, when I was drugged?
Well, we just don't know, Kevin. Give up. Let us take you in. We'll run a tox screen. We'll find out. But if you don't, you're gonna die here thinking that you murdered your wife?
You don't want that. Pass me the lighter.
All right, let's get you. Let's get out of here.
Oh, shoot. What? I was afraid I was going to chicken out with the lighter, so I set the pilot light to turn on after 20 minutes.
Okay? What are you gonna do tomorrow?
What do you mean?
Well, I know you don't own more than one suit.
What are you, hungover?
What do you mean?
Your hair is a mess and you dress like you just rolled out of bed.
It's a thing we're doing for therapy. Role play. When Travis gets here, I'm gonna show him what it's like when the professional partner, i.e. me, is saddled with the ill-dressed malcontent. What?
Morning, Janelle. What do you think?
You'd make a good grown-up. It's too bad it's just a costume. Let me guess. A contest?
Only in the sense that Wes is getting his ass kicked. Only one suit, huh?
Let me help you guys cut to the chase with all this what have you. You two, as messed up as you both indeed are, need each other. Wes, you need Travis to be Travis so you can be you. You don't need Travis to be more like you, whether you realize it or not.
That's deep.
Same thing goes for you, too.
That's just stupid.
Honestly, Janelle, we appreciate it, but we're not here for pop psychology. We're here for real science.
Really? Fine. I don't envy your therapist. But since I don't get to do a talk screen on a living suspect instead of a dead victim every day, here you go. Somebody gave a whopping dose of flunitrazepam to Kevin Boyd. It's a roofie.
They gave him the date rape drug? What's the last place Kevin remembers before he blacked out?
He had a drink at Northbrook, that restaurant just down the street from his store.
Travis.
Yeah.
You got a price tag on your suit.
You got a good deal. All right, thanks for coming in, Miss Heck.
I understand you have some questions about what happened to Beth.
Yes. Your restaurant, Northbrook. It's down the block from your sister's cupcake store, correct?
That's right. Beth and Kevin gave me a deal on the lease back when I was getting started.
Well, it seems like your restaurant's the last place Kevin remembers the night that Beth died. He showed up for drinks at, what was it, 7? 7?
Around there.
7:30. That's right. He had 2 drinks, started getting all pissed off at Beth, at me, then he just left. Couldn't have been any later than 10 minutes till.
We ran a talk screen on Kevin. Turns out someone slipped him a roofie that night.
Look, none of this matters now. It doesn't change anything that happened. So I'll just tell you. I told Beth that Kevin was coming over that night. She asked me to do her a favor. She gave me a bottle of whiskey and asked me to make sure that I served him from that bottle.
You did?
I just thought she was gonna play a trick on him, you know? Like maybe slip him that stuff that makes you sick to your stomach. But Kevin was really hard on her. If she wanted to play dirty, I wasn't gonna ask any questions. She was my sister.
Why would she dose Kevin?
Maybe she wanted him to pass out, I guess, so she could get the DNA and frame him for the assault. But instead, he blacked out. And he killed her.
So Beth Boyd slips her husband a Mickey. None of it adds up to another suspect in her murder.
Well, we're not sure. We know that Beth got her sister to dose Kevin. Does that mean Beth is a suspect?
In her own murder?
Well, she didn't necessarily mean to kill herself. Think about it, Cap. She's tied up in this brutal litigation with Kevin. If she stages an attack and gets Kevin convicted of a felony, then she gets everything. I'm sorry, what is that?
Oh, my new white noise machine. Waves, birds, chimes. Gives me clarity of thought.
That's great, Cap. What Wes was getting at before being Wes got in the way was maybe Beth's death was an accident. She set up Kevin to be convicted of an assault, and she never said he was trying to kill her on the 911 call.
As she's making the call, she drops the phone and her chair falls over. She strangles herself.
She trusts herself to the chair. Try proving that one.
Well, first we have to see if it's even possible, and then we can worry about proving it. You said you liked role play, right, Cap?
All right, we got the pilots. What's next?
Okay, Cap, you got the bowling knot all ready to go? Okay, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna take the end of that rope, throw it over your shoulder, tuck it underneath these ropes around your chest, and back in front of you. Hit it.
I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed, Cap.
I gotta give credit to my first wife, Cindy.
Yeah? She taught you how to tie knots, huh?
Cindy liked to role play as well. She loved that hostage freedom fighter scenario. What I wanted was the 70s. I can't do it. It can't be done.
Okay, all right, Cap, relax. Let me see that. All right, underneath. That goes under here, back up through the bowl and through. Oh, there's just no way Beth tied herself to that chair.
Wait. Look at the knots. They're backwards.
Cap tied himself to this chair, and he's right-handed.
Whoever tied Beth to the chair is a lefty. Kevin Boyd is right-handed.
So there was someone else in that bakery with Beth. It wasn't Kevin Boyd.
911, what's your emergency? I've been attacked. Please help me. He forced his way in. 911, what's your emergency?
I have been through everything, and there is absolutely no forensic evidence that anyone other than Beth or Kevin was in that room.
Is your attacker there?
Why do you keep listening to it, Travis? We've heard it a dozen times.
I don't know.
Are you still there?
You know? I'm playing you, right? I'm playing you. Isn't this what you would do? Just keep reviewing the evidence over and over again until you're certain that this innocent person isn't going away?
You know, that almost sounded like a compliment.
Hey, you're lucky I'm in a bad mood, otherwise it never would have happened.
Is your attacker there?
No, wait. Play it again.
Why? You just said we listened to it a dozen times.
Yeah, I know I said that, but we know more now. We know someone else is in that room. Listen to Beth's voice on this.
911, what's your emergency? I've been attacked.
See, she's talking to that 911 operator right now. Everything's going according to plan.
Are you safe now? Is your attacker there?
Right
His name's Kevin Boyd.
there, she falls.
Ma'am, are you still there? What are you doing?
Yeah, she doesn't have that phone anymore.
Please help me.
And it doesn't sound like she's talking to that 911 operator anymore. It sounds like she's talking to whoever else is in that room.
Beth didn't expect to start choking, so she's begging for help.
Listen to it again.
Okay, everybody shut up for a minute.
Is your attacker there? I don't know.
There is a pause between the first and second time she says, help me.
Ma'am, are you still there? What are you doing? I need your address. Please, ma'am, tell me where you are. Ma'am? Please help me! Ma'am.
The killer said something to her.
Yeah, let's get the recording down to digital forensics, see if they can drop the operator's voice out, boost up the background.
What are you doing? I need your address. Please help me.
I'm sorry.
Please help me. Ma'am.
Be damned. A woman killed Beth Boyd.
Make sure you tell your customers we've 86 goat cheese out, okay? Thanks. Guys, you really should have called first. This is not a good time.
That's okay. We brought Beth's personal effects. We thought you might like to have them back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? She has to sign.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Right there.
Left-handed.
Excuse me.
Statue of Liberty?
No, I'm you today. I get to do the takedown.
Stop for the rest!
Hi there. You're under arrest.
You hit her with the cart.
Well, technically, you hit her with the cart. See, we're role-playing. It's a long story. You okay? You good enough to roll over?
These suits are uncomfortable, man.
Yeah, welcome to my world.
So Suzanne collaborated with Beth to frame me?
Yeah. You took the roofie and passed out long enough for Beth to get your skin under her fingernails.
As far as Beth knew, it was just supposed to be an assault. You know, you go to jail, she'd get everything. But Suzanne's restaurant was bleeding money. So she figured with Beth out of the picture, she'd own the property, and all the troubles would be over.
Sorry, Kevin. Look, I know you guys are having your problems, but Beth was your wife.
How do we get so far away from who we used to be? I have to make some changes. Big ones. Thank you. Seriously.
Yeah.
You guys believed in me even when I was ready to write myself off.
Good luck, Kevin. Oh, man, I'm so tired of this thing.
Yeah, it's not easy being me, is it?
I didn't crack the case being you.
You didn't crack the case being...
I was the one listening to the tape.
I was the one that discovered the pause in the tape.
You wouldn't have
That's
the pause
something
if
that
I
I
wasn't
would do.
listening to the
All
tape.
you could figure out was that I did the pen thing.
Listen,
That's
man.
pathetic.
I can see through
And
that shirt.
I look better in this shirt than you do.
So I take it you're done with the role playing?
Yeah. It's an interesting experiment. But it ran its course.
Yeah.
Do you think either of you learned anything from it?
What?
Absolutely not.
No.
Okay. Does anyone else want to share their experience?
Wait.
Yes, Travis.
Yes, Travis, is there something you'd like to share with the group?
There's that thing that Janelle said.
Come on, not that.
Okay, she said that I need Wes to be Wes so I can be me. And vice versa. And that makes a lot of sense if you really think about it.
Why is that?
Well, I'm the kind of guy who flies by the seat of his pants. I take things as they come. And there are moments when it's probably a good thing that Wes is around to help get things squared away.
That's true. All right. I'll concede that I can get a little lost in my head sometimes, and Travis helps to push things along. And in some cases, I may overanalyze if Travis weren't around.
That is so cute. Hey, you guys need each other.
I didn't say we needed
not what
each
he
other.
said,
That's not what I
woman.
said.
I mean,
I said I'll overanalyze things.
I don't get it.
Congratulations, guys. You really applied yourselves to this. This is your first real breakthrough. How's it feel?
I'm feeling like you tricked us.
Absolutely, 100% trickery.
In 2 weeks on an all-new Common Law, Travis and Wes are getting a new partner.
This is actually an opportunity for the two of you to work together.
Joint custody. But it's Travis who needs some obedience training.
You cannot feed him that.
But he likes cheese.
So you get to be the fun one, and I provide all the discipline.
Don't miss what TV Guide's calling a must-watch show.
You gotta take him tonight, all right? I'm about to get laid.
What is this, college? Bro code. Bro code.
Common Law, a new original series. In 2 weeks at 10 on USA.